A lawsuit has been filed after the death of a man in the Barnes County Correctional Facility. His name is 25-year-old Lonnie Bradley. He committed suicide in October of 2018 after he was arrested on terrorizing and resisting arrest charges. His family is suing, saying it was known that Bradley was suicidal, but was not put on suicide watch according to protocol. In addition, documents say Bradley openly discussed thoughts of killing himself on September 16th, and they say the next day Bradley attempted to commit suicide.
The Barnes County State's attorney said at the time that Bradley was taken to the state hospital and received treatment for 10 days and was cleared to return to the jail on September 27th. Bradley committed suicide on October 5th in the same manner he had attempted previously. Officials say Bradley was under increased observation at the time of his death. The lawsuit claims Bradley's death was preventable if proper policies were followed.
A parent in Bemidji, Minnesota contacted us on Facebook wanting to highlight bullying. She sent us video showing her child in several fights at a middle school. Valley News Team's Joshua Peguero has exclusive copy of that video and talks to experts on de-escalating situations before they get out of hand. It's all part of our battle against bullying.
I'm going to pause the video. We don't want to show the whole thing due to the violent nature that it depicts, but we thought this would spark a conversation on how to de-escalate situations before they lead to something like this.
The incident happened last week between 6th grade students at a Bemidji school, and school officials were notified, although we don't know if suspensions were handed down. An expert at Minnesota State University Moorhead says parents should teach their kids to pause and take a breather before doing anything rash.
As a student, to not try to solve the problem yourself, but maybe just try to distract the situation and then to make sure you go get help from an adult.
We showed Dr. Carrie DeSutter the video, and she says parents need to encourage their kids to be proactive in getting a teacher's attention.
I think it's really important, no matter what, that if you're witnessing a situation, that you try to intervene in some way that is safe.
A key de-escalating technique for a child is to place themselves in the other person's shoes.
Sometimes they don't understand what others feel when they treat them the way they do, and so they need some help with learning perspective taking and empathy. And so if you can teach them those things, you can stop some of the incidents from happening.
Dr. Stacy Duffield of North Dakota State University says social media has empowered bullies.
Bullies tend to want that attention and that power, and those videos being up on social media only increase that for the bully, unfortunately.
She says if your child finds themselves in such a situation, they should try to avoid it by walking away, despite what their peers may say. In Fargo, Joshua Peguero, Valley News Live.
One of the students involved in that incident we showed earlier no longer attends that school in Bemidji. We are protecting the identity of those involved since they are minors.
Just like the weekend, our run of warmer temps has come to an end. Let's find out from Hutch how cold it's going to get tonight. He's here with your no-wait weather planner. Hutch?
Well, as we take a look at temperatures here in the northern reaches of North America, we see some cool air heading our way. This is polar air, the Arctic air locked up north near the Arctic Circle, where we have teens and 20s below in Baker Lake and Yellowknife. Here is a look at our temperatures change from yesterday. At this same time, it is almost 30 degrees colder in Grand Forks. That is where the core of cold air is moving in. Single digits there, 5 degrees in Badette, and single digits for Fargo Moorhead as well. We have skies that are clearing, and it is going to be a chilly night. Here's Fargo's planner. Temperatures sneaking down towards 5 degrees as we get towards bedtime. I think we'll have more clear skies than cloudy skies here in Fargo. Look at the clear up in Grand Forks. We'll be on our way to sub-zero by midnight and beyond, as it's going to be a chilly start to your Tuesday. And we have some dips and valleys in the forecast and some peaks to talk about, and a storm system that could bring significant snow to the area. I'll tell you when and where here in just a few minutes.
Keep us posted. Thanks.
You bet.
A Fargo man is now behind bars after police say he started multiple fires in a downtown apartment complex over the weekend. 28-year-old Saha Kadka has been charged with felony endangering by fire after crews were called to the 600 block of 1st Avenue North twice on Saturday and once again last night. Louisa Martin says she was at the complex during Sunday night's fire, saying there are actually 16 different small burn sites throughout the building. Martin adds she wasn't surprised when she learned who the suspect is.
He has history of causing chaos in the building.
Kadka is set to be seen by a judge tomorrow morning.
40th Avenue South by the Interstate 29 Underpass in Fargo is back open. It was shut down while crews cleaned up the mess after the back end of a heavy-duty city truck was knocked off. A city official says the driver mistakenly left the box up and it struck the underpass. Lee Anderson of Fargo Public Works says it's only happened a couple of times during his time with the city.
Left our snow dump with our box in the air and it clipped the underpass. It's happened one other time in my career, so it's not that it hasn't happened. Thankfully, it doesn't happen very often.
Anderson added that the driver was not hurt but feels bad about what happened. No word on the extent of damage to the truck or the underpass.
Grand Forks police are asking for your help identifying this person of interest in an ongoing financial investigation. She's on your screen right now. If you have any information about her, call Grand Forks Police at 787-8000.
The 2020 census is only 2 months away. Earlier today, workers in North Dakota began their formal training for the count. The workshops bring new workers up to speed with data collection policies and practices, on top of the expected growth in population size. Organizers say the 2020 census is North Dakota's opportunity to shape its future for the next decade.
It's not the federal government saying fill out the census. It's your community trusted voices that really is so vitally important to get people to respond and understand that it's important for their community.
Lieutenant Governor Brent Sanford says a proper count in the census is paramount and could impact more than $14 billion in federal funding over the next decade.
Meanwhile, census officials say there's confusion over what information university officials can share with the agency after saying 2 weeks ago that universities, if asked, cannot provide demographic information about those students for the census. The U.S. Department of Education now says schools are able to. Officials say data should be stripped of anything that could identify the student.
The flu remains widespread in both Minnesota and North Dakota. Last week, Minnesota saw almost 200 hospitalizations. North Dakota, 11. North Dakota has 5 deaths this flu season. Minnesota, 36 deaths, including 1 pediatric death. Health officials say the best way to protect yourself and others from getting the flu this season is to get your flu shot. They say it's not too late to get the shot, even if you haven't. Clay County Public Health is hosting a walk-in flu shot clinic this Wednesday. It'll start at 9 in the morning and it'll go till 4 in the afternoon at the Family Service Center in Moorhead. That's in Suite 105. All you need to bring is your insurance card and $46.
An iconic rock group will be saying welcome to the prairie instead of welcome to the jungle as they take on the Fargo Dome this summer. The show is set for Sunday, August 23rd. Tickets go on sale Friday, February 7th at noon. For more information, you can download the VNL app in the App Store for free and click on this story.
Later on Valley News Live at 6, gone but certainly not forgotten. How a beer can led to a dog owner finding her lost pooch.
Sliding into the single digits, it looks like a cold Monday night after temperatures in the 20s after midnight. Most of the day we spent in the teens. I'll have hour-by-hour details on this. We'll talk about our next chance of significant snow. Join us. Your forecast is next.
You're watching Valley News Live on TV.